Hi, the last video I installed the top on this unit. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make the skirting to go around the bottom. I actually just ran the skirting. I put it on my my router table here. I put in a bit. I have no idea what bit that is. It's just a bit that belonged to a set that my wife got. She seems like a profile for moldings. So I chucked it up as a 1/2 inch, and what I found great about this router table is that it actually has an exhaust port that I hook up to my vacuum cleaner. I used some clamps and a straight edge to make sure that the board wouldn't waver, and I did it in 2 passes. I took the majority of the material off in the first pass, and then the second pass I just moved the fence a little to bring it up to the bearing, so I could get get a nice fine finish. And this is the result. It's a pretty nice profile. I like it. Now this piece of board here, I only have about 1/2 inch to play with from what I require for the unit, so I can't make any mistakes. So it's one of those situations where you got to make every cut count. Measure 3 times and hopefully cut only once. I'm actually going to be flipping the unit upside down to put the skirt on, because my table is a little too high to work on and there's no room, and those stands are a little too low. So I'm just going to flip it upside down on the floor because I have a few pieces of board laid on. But the drawers were always moving around and makes it a lot heavier. So I took them out and stacked them over there with the top of the unit, and I also put some of this packing plastic, wrapped the doors shut because they were just flopping in and out because I don't have the clasps put on yet. So I'm going to flip that over and start cutting some skirting. So here's a test piece in place. I have it screwed on temporarily. I think it's going to look pretty good once I get it all done. When I get all the pieces cut, I'm actually going to take this piece off and I'm going to cut some sort of scallopy opening there to make it look nice. But I may have to cut another piece of skirting because I forgot about the double 45s. What I mean by that is this here. In order for me to use this piece, I'm going to have to cut it on that angle. So I'm going to lose this little bit of wood, which I didn't account for in my calculations. But I guess we'll see when I get to the last piece. Well, it seems like I have enough. I was a little worried, but I have enough left. This is how much I have left, and it's just enough, just to fit in there. So I'm just going to nibble off on that till it fits instead of making a measurement and a cut, because I don't want to screw it up. Hopefully next thing it'll be I guess fully completed skirt. So here we have the skirting installed. What I did was that I actually screwed it in through the back, out through the piece of board, and I did it on all 4 sides. Over here I only have 2 screws, and I was saying, well, how am I going to screw that? So I actually had to drill a couple of holes in here to get my bit in through, so I could screw it on. On the front as well, I've got it screwed on, 2 across the front and a couple on the sides. I had about 1/2 inch of skirting left over, which wasn't very much, and some of the corners I've got some filler put in here that's not quite dry yet, so I have to wait for that to dry before I finish it. And I had to do a little bit of planing. This interior part of the cabinet was a little bit proud, so I took my hand plane and planed it down a little bit. So once the filling dries, the gap filler dries, I'll sand that, and it should be good to tip over. And then I have left is to put on the magnetic catches for the doors and the hardware for the front, and then I think I'm pretty much done, unless DW decides under something else to add to the unit. So that's it for now. Stay tuned.